The winnings of Tomi-kuji, the Edo period lottery, far exceeded anything we imagine today. What was the dark side of this instant wealth that captivated commoners? The highest prize at the time was over 100 million yen in modern value. Many people gambled on this dream, enthusiastically crossing boundaries of status and class. But, in fact, an even more astonishing truth was hidden within this. What were the light and shadow that Tomi-kuji cast upon society? In this video, you will learn the astonishing modern value of Tomi-kuji winnings, the system that captivated commoners, and the true nature of the darkness it left in history. Now, let's delve into that truth. The main feature also extensively explains the unexpected impact Tomi-kuji had on society. The origin of Tomi-kuji lies with temples and shrines in the early Edo period. At the time, it began not as a form of popular entertainment, but rather for a more sacred purpose. Temples and shrines began issuing Tomi-kuji to raise funds for repairing dilapidated halls and creating Buddhist statues, soliciting donations for these causes. Especially during the post-Great Fire of Moreira reconstruction period, many temples and shrines struggled with rebuilding costs, leading to an even greater demand for Tomi-kuji. Initially, it was not called Tomi-kuji, but rather a lottery format using wooden tags called senshifuda. People would write their names on these tags and dedicate them to the temples and shrines. Drawings were conducted in a solemn atmosphere, and winners were believed to receive divine favor from gods and Buddhas. At this time, pure religious faith was still strong. However, as time passed, Tomi-kuji increasingly took on the aspect of a commoner's gamble. The shogunate, which prohibited gambling, repeatedly issued edicts to crack down on Tomi-kuji, but the public's fervor remained unchecked. The lottery drawing involved pulling wooden tags from a box called a tamabako. The winning numbers were determined through 3 rounds of draws. People held their breath, watching the numbers on their tamafuda tickets, and cheers or sighs would erupt each time a number was called out. What began as a means to fund temple and shrine repairs eventually transformed into a major event swirling with the dreams and desires of commoners. So, why was Tomi-kuji met with such fervor? The primary reason for the commoners' fervent excitement was, undoubtedly, the sheer size of the prize money. The highest prize could sometimes reach an astonishing 10,000 ryo. So, how much would this sum of 10,000 ryo be worth if converted to modern Japanese yen? 1 ryo in the Edo period, when converted using various price indices, is estimated to be worth approximately 100,000 to 150,000 yen today. This means 10,000 ryo was at least 100 million yen. It's not hard to imagine how much hope this astronomical sum offered commoners at the time. It was truly a once-in-a-lifetime chance to reverse one's fortunes. Considering that a typical artisan's annual income at the time was a few to several dozen ryo, the Tomi-kuji winnings represented an utterly staggering amount of wealth. Even poor people living in Nagaya row houses would spend their meager daily coins to buy tamafuda tickets. For them, it was the very essence of hope for tomorrow. While temples and shrines were the primary organizers of Tomi-kuji, unauthorized, dark Tomi-kuji also proliferated. These promised even higher prizes, tempting commoners. Authorized Tomi-kuji were held with the shogunate's permission, and a portion of their profits was used for public works. However, dark Tomi-kuji was pure gambling. From the sale of tamafuda tickets to the announcement of winners, the entire town was in a festive frenzy. On announcement days, people thronged with a mixture of expectation and anxiety, creating a unique bustle. The sight of commoners dreaming of instant riches truly symbolized the vibrancy of Edo. So, what darkness lay hidden behind this fervor? While Tomi-kuji certainly offered dreams to commoners, it also spawned many tragedies. The lives of winners were not always happy. Though they acquired vast sums overnight, many squandered their wealth, indulging in sake and women, and quickly fell into ruin. Excessive dependence on Tomi-kuji led to family breakdowns. Not a few people sold off their family assets and forced even their relatives into debt. To escape the torment of debt, some women resorted to selling themselves, and some even took their own lives. Tomi-kuji also possessed a dark side that destroyed the lives of commoners. Furthermore, cashing in on Tomi-kuji's popularity, numerous fraud cases involving counterfeit Tamafuta tickets occurred. People, blinded by dreams of instant wealth, were easily deceived. Various crimes, such as the forgery of Tamafuta tickets, disputes over winnings, and conflicts surrounding dark Tomi-kuji, became frequent occurrences in the streets of Edo. While Tomi-kuji contributed to securing funds for some temples and shrines, it also became a significant factor in drastically worsening public order in Edo. The shogunate, taking the detrimental effects of Tomi-kuji seriously, repeatedly issued prohibitions, but the common people's desires were deeply rooted, making it difficult to enforce them thoroughly. Even when Tomi-kuji was prohibited with severe penalties, it merely changed its form, going underground and continuing among the people as dark Tomi-kuji. Tomi-kuji was like a mirror reflecting the light and shadow of Edo society. So, why couldn't the shogunate completely stop Tomi-kuji? Although the shogunate recognized the detrimental effects of Tomi-kuji, it could not completely prohibit it. Complex circumstances were intertwined. One reason was that Tomi-kuji served as an important financial source for temples and shrines. The shogunate also had an interest in maintaining these institutions and could not completely cut off their funding. Therefore, the shogunate permitted authorized Tomi-kuji for some temples and shrines, allowing them to operate under strict rules. This enabled the temples and shrines to openly gather funds. However, behind this, unauthorized dark Tomi-kuji continued to proliferate, and the common people's gambling fervor never cooled. Enforcement had its limits, and it was impossible to eradicate all dark Tomi-kuji. The shogunate's dilemma only deepened. As a result, the shogunate could not completely eliminate Tomi-kuji, and continued a complex approach of outwardly prohibiting it while tacitly allowing some. However, the history of Tomi-kuji reached a major turning point with the Meiji Restoration. With the introduction of Western culture, Tomi-kuji was abolished. For the new Meiji government aiming to become a modern nation, gambling like Tomi-kuji was regarded as an unwholesome culture, and its existence was not tolerated. Tomi-kuji disappeared from the public stage of history with the end of the Edo period, but the hearts of people dreaming of instant riches did not fade. That culture has been passed down, changing form into modern lotteries. Edo period Tomi-kuji was truly a symbol of commoner culture. So, what does this fervor teach us today? Tomi-kuji winnings were over 100 million yen in modern value. It was a dream for which many commoners staked their lives. Commoners gambled on Tomi-kuji, placing their dreams of instant wealth and, at times, despair. Its fervor was also a source of vitality for Edo society. Tomi-kuji possessed both an aspect as a financial source for temples and shrines, and a dark side that stimulated commoners' desires and caused social problems. Human desire and the light and shadow accompanying it, themes still relevant to modern lotteries, might be universal, unchanging since the Edo period. Perhaps what Edo's Tomi-kuji teaches us is the truth that the dream of instant wealth always harbors a darkness, adjacent to sweet temptation.
History still hides untold stories. Subscribe for more forgotten history.